Last orders at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales, a curated 5e Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the tales of the Yawning Portal campaign module by Wizards of the Coast. Previously on Tavern Tales, it was a harrowing adventure off the waterfall, but Tessakar and Eldeth have been rescued and everyone has dried off during a long rest by the falls. Now to explore the third level of the Forge of Fury.
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? 1 beer or two, I'll drink to you.
With the doors finally pushed open, the stench of rot in the storage rooms beyond began to drift into the main room itself. The river's torrent and waterfall pounded upon the rocks to the west. It is here that we set this next part of the adventure, one of the more dangerous and deadly parts, as our small band of dwarves, bent on revenge and the reclamation of the Fist of the Stonehammers, rejoined and discussed their options. Electing to take the flight of stairs upstream of the river, Melusine looks back at the waterfall, saying,
"Wow, that was really high."
And now let us peek into the adventure itself, as they move from the smell of rot and contamination in the storage room, and into the depths of this, the third level of the Forge of Fury. But first, one of you peeks your head into the completely empty storeroom, and something nibbles at your senses. Is that a, door to the south in this storage room?
Which one of us? Oh.
That would be up to you.
I'm going to say it's Oscar. I nominate Oscar.
Okay. I can go see this door.
Sure, you move into this empty room. It is dark. Do you have your weapon out or not?
I do not.
No, your weapon is set aside.
For now.
Excellent. I note, though, this fancy new rapier that you got did not come with a sheath of its own. Did you put it into the sheath of your former rapier, or do you just carry it naked about your body?
It's in the sheath of my other rapier.
And where is the other rapier? Did you put it back in the chest, back in the ogre's?
No, I just kind of left it there.
Oh, all right, so just on top of the chest in that room. Yep. Okay. You proceed into the room, and you can see that in the south there is a secret door nibbling at your senses, Oscar. One of you describe this secret door for me? Can we get a better image in our mind of what this looks like?
The door is ever so gently inset into the stone, so you can barely tell that it's there. But only a faint line of moss going up the seam of the door is what gives it away.
Ooh, I like that. What color is the moss, Paige?
Blue.
Blue moss. That's nice. I like that.
Thanks.
I can picture that. And it's, of course, made of the same stone of the wall. And that's the only thing that's tickling your senses to tell you that there is a door here. Your dwarven ability to detect these sorts of things.
I shall proceed to this moss-covered door.
You spend a bit of time trying to open the door. And how does it open?
It opens inward.
Yes. What do you have to do to open it?
I have to jiggle with the lock a few times with my lock-picking tools.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But then it opens eventually.
Poor thing.
Just throw your hands up and sneeze.
To be fair, though, you usually want to cover your...
Well, I totally get that. And then sneeze.
Yeah, okay.
Snot rains down.
The door opens and a mist, not unlike a sneeze, issues forth from this. There is the smell of staleness, as though of air that has not moved or turned over in many a year as you open this door.
Do any of us see Oscar going through this door?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can see that Oscar went into the room and noticed something. He hasn't said anything. I'm sure he fiddles with it. And when the door opens, he says,
There's a secret door over here that just opened.
the lich inside says, damn Skippy. No, just kidding.
Very well put. Shall we explore?
I didn't even get to sing my find secret traps or secret doors song.
Oh, that's okay. The thought was there.
The door opens upon what is almost like a bed chamber or whatnot. And everyone else can see inside this room. They probably all come over to see this secret door that Oscar has opened. And when you open the door and look in, each of you can immediately tell that this is a secret love shack.
Secret.
How is it that you can tell that this is a secret love shack? Please
Socks.
There are orc socks?
Throwback to previous episodes.
Yes. Yeah. So, Paige.
There are a set of 4 handcuffs attached to the wall, but they're not steel handcuffs. They're covered with the same blue moss so that they're a little softer,
Oh, that's delightful.
which is the equivalent to a fuzzy handcuff.
Yeah, I bet they were fuzzy and they've just
Yeah.
developed this blue mold over
Yeah.
time.
So you see the way that the 4 are set up and you're like, I know what that's for.
Yeah.
Elda.
How else can you tell that this is a secret love shack?
There are a couple of ceramic jars that look like they would have had some sort of delectable dessert previously in it, and you can look and you see the delectable dessert stained what is remained of the bed sheets on the bed.
Okay. Blue mold there as well.
We at least hope that's what that is on the sheets. The bed is also round shaped. It's not your typical rectangular.
Is there a
shaped
mirror
bed.
above it?
There may have been at one point. There's a frame on the ceiling, but no glass, so no mirror glass. So something may have happened to it, but you just see the frame of what used to be a mirror.
Oh, excited.
Maybe it looks like an artistic rendering of mountains and the sky or whatever, but it's actually just tarnished silver, and the silver is just tarnished to give this pastoral look. But it was really, if you buffed it and kept it nice and shiny and put some silver polish on there, it would be reflective once again.
There's a permanent enchantment on the bed of Tensor's floating disc.
So the bed floats
Yeah.
of its own volition?
Yep.
Does it slowly rotate?
Yes.
And
It'd be really hard with the handcuffs, though, don't you think?
Oh no. There are
switch
little
it up.
loops on the bed, on the frame of the bed itself.
Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah.
feel like we focused really long and hard about the bed. And I mean, that's probably where all of your attention went immediately. But
Well,
where did-
originally I thought it was just like a floating Tensor's floating disc on its own.
Yeah,
So it's like some sort of sex swing
sure. Yeah.
There's also these beautiful tapestries on the wall too.
of erotic orcs.
They're pretty tattered up, and they've got some very erotic scenes on them.
Now, to be fair, to be clear, this is not
This is
orc
not
related.
orcs.
Oh, okay, fair.
This is an
Dwarven.
untouched room. Like you saw the mold climbing up, the stale smell. This is from before the orcs took this place over. The orcs never saw or found this secret room
So it's dwarves.
in this storage chamber, which was cleared of all worldly possessions and was empty before. This door leading to the south.
So it's possible this is the room where most of our ancestors have been conceived.
It is possible, but not extremely likely. It might be something else. What did you come up with there, Aaron?
So on the floor, there's like sort of like clusters of pillows, and in between all of the pillows, there's like little like hookahs and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, my husband.
What? You know what?
When he
I don't want to be in
decide-
this room anymore. Oscar leaves the room.
Oscar is immediately, something overcomes Oscar. He feels really uncomfortable in this room, and he chooses to take his leave. The rest of you, however, in looking behind the tapestries and whatnot, reveal a couple other things. One, there's a fireplace because no love shack of its worth does not have a fireplace.
Obviously.
But it is a magic fireplace because there's no flume, because how are you going to drill a hole to the surface to get the smoke out? So it's a magic fireplace
There a
for
jacuzzi?
magical logs. Yes, there is a natural hot spring in the corner that's dry. It's dried out, unfortunately. I guess the piping must have rusted for it at some point here. And an active jacuzzi probably would have created a horrible amount of bioorganic life in this room. And it is very stale and very stolid. So there is one last thing that is of note, and that is there is a bedside table. And upon this bedside table is a pile of notes and parchment and letters.
Can we read them?
Absolutely. Eldith walks over and has a look, and you can immediately discern that this is a pile of love notes. And the first love note you look upon says, "My dearest..."
Philippa.
No, I need a pet name, not an actual name.
Scrumpshy Bum.
That's your go-to?
I don't know.
Well, I'm thinking scrunchy bum.
Is there a P?
I was thinking it was a B. Scrumpshy Bum. Scrumpshy Bum.
Scrumptious, but a bum.
Yeah.
Scrumpshy bum. And the whole love letter is just a series of in Dwarven, of course, and it is all about an illicit love. And there is a pet name signed at the very bottom of it. Love yours forever.
Bunny cakes.
Should we be recording these names?
I think we already are.
The red light's on.
Yeah, this red light is on.
Oh, yeah. You love bunny cakes.
Bunny cakes and scrumpshy bum.
It was better than the one I had.
It is a pile of letters that is probably this thick. And now, while parchment can often be this big, it's like 12 letters. And it looks like they wouldn't be able, these two lovers, as you glance through, and it's literally from the most recent to the oldest, as they pile them up on top of each other. These two lovers have been meeting clandestinely, and when they arrive there, they will lay out a note that says, this is how much I love you. I'd like to meet with you again at this time. And if you're available, let me know by marking the margins or whatever. And they had their illicit tryst here in this forsaken love shack that has been locked away.
What did they call it in the letters?
What do you mean? What did they call it?
Yeah, like they alluded to meeting them at a place, but what did they call it in the letters?
Oh, they called it our little...
Oh, dear. Our little treasure chest.
Oh, yeah, that's true, where they lock up their love.
Yes. Oh. See, I'm a romantic, guys. Not just dirty mind.
Yeah, whatever. That's not what you wrote down on your page before.
How much time do you spend looking through these letters, Eldith?
I think I spend 5 minutes, maybe just quickly speed reading through them.
Absolutely. Does anybody else join Eldith in the reading of these letters?
Oh, I'm totally going to read them. I'll read them right after her because I need good stories for future storytelling.
Okay, cool. Anyone else?
Fogram's actually jumping on the bed. He's having a delightful time.
Tensor's floating disc fails on the bed, and it comes down with a loud clatter and boom. Oscar, there's a loud clatter and boom while you're out there, and Fogram makes some sort of horrible sound. Do you come rushing in, or?
Yeah, I'll come back in.
All right. So, before you come rushing back, I would like the two people... Are you reading the letters at all, Tessica?
No way.
All right.
Wherever Eldith is, I am not. Still.
Okay. Two of you reading the letters. Both of you make an investigation check.
This is going to be bad.
All right. How did you do?
11.
19.
You get some initials that, while they refer to each other primarily as Scrumpshy Bum and Bunny Cakes, they refer to other people throughout their letters. And as you read the letters, if you were going forward to backwards, instead you kind of went backwards to forwards, things were really, really involved. Things were very intense, and there was a bun in the oven that they kept talking about that you don't immediately get or understand it because you only got an 11 on your investigation, but you're pretty sure that N has a bun in the oven that was given to N by D.
Of course it was.
That's how everybody gets a bun in the oven.
Now, lady who got a 19, Melusine, you pick up on an additional fact that D is Durgeddon.
Oh.
That these are the same two initials as were on the water well up at the top, and that the letters do two other things. If you'd beat a 15, you'd have gotten some of this, sadly. But it's salacious enough for enjoyable reading there, Eldeth. But Melusine, you understand that at the well, there is a special secret compartment that is detailed in the letters because D tells N how to access it. And also, there is constant reference to a B, the letter B, a capital letter B, as though B will help and B has some sort of relation to D.
Like a person.
Indeed.
Okay. And not like a baby because it's functional.
Exactly.
Not like laying about and crying.
No, B
Okay.
is going to help with the bun in the oven situation.
A bee in the bonnet helps with the bun in the oven.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Never heard that one.
I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
But that is what is referenced directly in the letter. There's something going on at the well. There is, you're pretty sure that D references Durgeddon, that B is related to Durgeddon. Does anybody have a guess on B?
Eldeth, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. There's more to say in these letters. There's more people. I think one of these people was Durgeddon the Black.
Oh.
I don't know if it was Scrumpty Bum though.
Does anybody get what B is, perhaps? Any ideas as to
I'm just looking
Is
at
it
my
bunny cakes.
No.
All I know is Durgeddon's my grandpa. So B would probably have to be either aunt, uncle, or no.
Borgle?
Yes, that is correct.
Ha ha.
They're talking about the letter B when Oscar walks in, and that's when Oscar said, and they're saying like, who could possibly be B? And that's when Oscar says,
B is for Borgle.
And we assume Numic wasn't pregnant, right?
no, we're positive that Numic was a brother.
Okay, just checking.
You've seen statues of the very masculine Numic.
I mean,
Are you sure Numic didn't go through a change of some sort?
yeah. And they were brothers, right? So Melusine is like, for a second, just kind of thinks and then like shakes her head and is like, yeah, and then shakes her head again. Yeah, N, one of the two, not Durgeddon, was pregnant. There's a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are you that baby? No,
What?
you're not that baby.
Why would I be that baby? I have a brother. There'd have to be two babies.
How do we kind of know who our mom is?
You know what? You're good at math.
Yes, you are. I was just about to say that. Eldeth, you're so good at math. I love you.
There is or does not seem to be anything else in this crazy love shack.
Tessakar walks back down out of the storage room towards where we were going originally.
So
Perfect.
the well was up.
Well is way up on the first level.
There's apparently a compartment in the well. There
Can
might be
we-
stuff in there.
Can we get it on the way out?
Yeah, maybe. Unless we need it. What if it's a key?
Is there a baby in the well?
I
God. It's his name, Johnny.
I don't.
His name, Timmy.
I I hope not.
Maybe my dog can bring us to the well. Roka.
And Priscilla's like, I could go up to the well.
Or Jot could.
We could
Jot
send
can go invisible.
Jot and Priscilla so that there's the two of them. They're safer. Or there could be Hanky Panky.
What?
Jot likes to ride Priscilla.
Yeah. And Priscilla likes to be ridden.
Not in that way. Priscilla's a dude.
Yeah.
In that way, maybe.
I'm gonna have to veto that statement.
No.
What do you do with the love letters?
I think I keep them.
That I was thinking that, but not in that.
Ilmater says you. It does not speak to you like that at all. I don't think Ilmater actually speaks.
I don't think he's spoken to me.
No.
Yeah, that's concerning.
I mean, you get all your spells. They're there exactly when you
true.
need them, and you can feel Ilmater's love suffuse you.
Embrace me.
Yeah, but
Unless
Ilmater,
you jump off a waterfall.
Then you're on your own.
Honestly, Ilmater was still there for you. The only reason you didn't get out is because you were trying to save Tessicar.
The only time I haven't necessarily felt ill matter was when the whole black goo incident happened.
That's very fair, yes. So what do you do with the love letters?
I think I keep them because I think I want to try and piece them together a little more, and it's almost like a puzzle.
Great.
That
Absolutely,
I want to focus on.
Yeah, let's. We'll talk about that more towards the end of the session as we move along. All of the characters rejoin to where the waterfall is, but of course the waterfall is really loud, and so you proceed south across through the little tunnel and towards the bridge, across the bridge, and you get away from the sounds of the waterfall. You can have a discussion if you want to explore this other area. There is also the sunken and submerged storage room that smells horribly rancid of disease and rot, but that is right in front of you. And then to the east, to your left from where you are facing across this bridge, there is that stairwell that turns upwards to another set area of this third level.
Tessicar just starts moving towards the stairs.
Doesn't say anything and just walks off?
Yeah, just starts walking towards the stairs.
So we've spoken before about the dangers of the lowest hit point character rushing around, putting himself in harm's way.
I'll nod towards Oscar so that Oscar and I make contact.
You should not motion to the person who doesn't say anything that you're going off alone.
Oh my goodness.
Eldith can see them out of the corner of her eye, and she still loves her brother, so she kind of goes after them, kind of being the shadow behind them to ensure that she can protect them.
Perfect. Catch up, jingle jangle, jingle jangle. You're also still sopping wet, so all of you sopping wet dwarves.
Wait a second.
Yes.
Did we rest yet?
You've had enough of a rest.
Okay, because I was like, that love shack, no one's going to know is there. That's a perfect rest point.
If you'd like to have a rest, I don't think actually that you can take a long rest at this point because you've so recently had one.
Yeah, because all of my stuff's back, so I think we had one.
That's right. Yeah,
we're fine.
To be honest, you didn't get really hurt.
No, I did.
No, but
I have full hit points back.
Yeah, the long rest has been undertaken and finished, and you're where you are now, mostly dried, and you see Tessicar heading for the stairs. You head up this stairwell. It's not very long. It's about 15 feet, curves. So it goes north immediately and then turns east again as you head up. And it comes out and you can see that the river here is coursing up higher and it flows into the rocks and down through the stairwell to come out the north side. So it's on the south side of where you are right now. And you can see there's an embankment here and then there's another embankment to the south. I do need everyone to make stealth checks, though, because in this instance, we need your stealth. Okay, so the total we are looking for here is 16 or not.
No.
Yes.
No.
I got 18.
So that's a 1. How'd you do there, Oscar?
26.
That's a 2. We just need one more person to have beat 16.
If only someone had given me guidance.
What if Melusine rolls?
Melusine has not yet rolled, so if someone would like to roll for Melusine, I will accept that since she
What
is
is her ad?
away at the moment. Roll the die.
Nope.
So Melusine starts telling everyone a story as you go up the stairs. We'll get Marie Claire when she comes back to tell us what terrible story that is. What does Tessicar do in the front that also removes that stealthiness?
Well, Tessicar tries his darndest to be stealthy. And he's still going up the stairs, right?
Sure.
What's happening?
Yeah.
So as Tessicar is going up the stairs, trying to be ever so quiet, he misses the step with his foot and just instantly pancakes on the stairs with all of the clangy bag hitting the rock right away. So you just get this like ringing sound throughout the hall.
Oh! Burn him.
That's great.
And how does Fogrim fix the situation incorrectly?
Like, why did I fail my stealth check?
Yeah,
okay,
obviously. You got a 15. Okay. You must have almost did it.
I was so close. Only issue I had, I was doing everything right, but I had the song Love Shack stuck in my head because of where we were. So I'm humming in my head. I thought it was in my head, but it was a little bit out loud. I'm like, So
that's what causes Melusine to burst into song, of course, because she's getting support from Fogrim, and
we fail.
Indeed you do.
How is it the one with the male succeeds?
Or are you wearing mail?
I think so. I think that's what we talked
Then
about.
you have disadvantage on stealth checks. And you would need to roll with disadvantage.
So I'm
I took it all off.
It's drying on the bridge.
So I'm the only one who succeeded then. Oh no, you have to roll again, I guess.
Well, it doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't matter. You've already
We all
failed.
failed anyway.
Did you fail as well? Let's find out.
Well, I succeeded that roll.
Well, you succeeded
they
on the
need-
one
but
roll.
he
Just
needs
roll
it.
another d20 and we'll see what happens. It'll probably be a success. Because,
Yeah, it is.
Nat
of course.
20.
But it wasn't because she had disadvantage. So
It would have been the
it's
other
just
was
the
the
15
18.
anyway, which was 18. So the rock stairs climb steeply, turn north, and then descend towards the east into a cavern very much like the one you just left, but smaller. A ledge along the river continues east to a door on the north wall, and the rushing river separates you from a ledge on the southern side. A large, strange-looking stalagmite with no corresponding stalactite stands in the middle of the southern ledge, and a cave fish flops helplessly on the bank that you're on nearby.
Which one's stalagmite? Which one's stalactite?
Thank you for asking. Because I was going to ask.
Stalagmites are on the ground, which is why they are stalagmites, and they reach up to the ceiling, and stalactites are the ones that are on the ceiling.
So which one is it?
Reaching down, and it's the stalagmite.
Oh, so it's like a tower. Got it.
Well, it's a stalagmite.
Can I hit it?
It's on the southern side.
Oh, damn it. I want to see if it would like break.
Are there any sounds anywhere?
There's just the river gurgling through into the rocks beside you and the fish flopping helplessly on the bank.
Can I go kick the fish into the water?
You certainly may. Yes,
Awesome.
What would everyone else like to do?
Is there anything to investigate?
Across the river, which is pretty fast flowing, right? It's only about 7 to 8 feet wide. Across the river is the southern embankment, and that has the weird stalagmite that you might want to investigate, or the stairs that are further down into the north that lead up.
If I take a running jump across the river, can I make it over the river?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm going to do that.
All right. So that's what you're going to do. What are you going to do, Oscar?
I kind of want to do that too.
You're not Oscar.
I'm not sorry.
I know.
You looked at me. Do you want Foggy to answer? Do you want Oscar?
I was
to
asking
answer?
Oscar. What are you going to do, Oscar?
I'm going to carefully watch Eldeth attempt to jump because we all know what happens when Eldeth comes into jumping
absolutely.
in water.
As soon as Eldeth starts to move, you hear, make the sacrifice. No, I'm just kidding. Not again. So what is Foggy doing?
Foggy is going to join Eldeth as soon as he sees that that's what she's going to do. He's like, that seems like a great idea.
Okay.
Whee! Oh,
Is this athletics check? Is
shit.
that, or can we just jump?
Make an athletics check.
Like if I need an athletics check to kick a fish, we got problems.
Make him-
You go to kick it and you slip and you fall in.
Oh my God, no.
Oh, fuck.
No, really?
All right. So how did we do on our athletic checks? Why don't you describe your beautiful swan leaps across the 7 foot? All you needed to make it across is a 5. And if you have a 10, you don't wipe out on the other end. You land on your feet. So describe what you did.
So Eldith really enjoyed watching the dwarves dance in her village when she was a little girl. And so as she took a leap, she kind of tried to copy one of the swan jumps that they do in one of the shows she saw, and she kind of tries to kind of split in the air, but then realizes she's not quite that flexible, and it kind of just turns into a little bit of a bunny hop, but graceful.
Foggy's been kind of down a little bit, so he kind of needs this wind, so he kind of overdoes it a little bit. So he goes way further back than he needs to, a little bit, and gets a really, really good running start. He has like chariots of fire in his mind, and he's just gonna run. He's got like the karate chop hands, like he's cutting in the air as he runs. He's like really serious about this run and this jump. So he runs and he runs and runs and does this beautiful jump and does like a superhero landing at the end.
What did you get on the die roll?
15
15 total, or is that
total, just 10 on the die.
perfect? So you got a 15 total. You're not skilled at athletics. It's not something you're proficient with. You're just using your base brute strength. So it's almost a great superhero pose at the end, but as you get chariots of fire into your head, you're like, do, love shack. Oh, damn. And it screws you up so that when you land on your feet with your knees bent, but kind of like a hip thrust. So it looks a little weird. No one is paying attention to your beautiful landing and amazing pose because as Tessicar leans forward to
Bloody
kick
hell.
the cavefish into the river, a tendril shoots out from the stalagmite and tries to grab the shocked Tessicar.
Try to save a fish. What do I get?
And does so, looping around your leg and hauling you 10 feet to sploosh into the river and get pulled half up the other side so that your head is still underwater. Eldith, while you can't say anything, you're underwater. No one hears that. But nonetheless, Eldith, landing on her feet, is also attacked by a tendril which shoots out from this creature. And it catches a hold of Eldith, wrapping around her middle, right around those soggy chains. And another one tries to catch Fogrim in his superhero pose. Yes, absolutely. No, absolutely.
I was feeling so good.
But the two of you are not pulled at all towards whatever this stalagmite is. Just Tessicar. Roll initiative.
Oh, shoot.
Seriously,
Do I roll
guys?
initiative if I'm underwater?
Did you get a natural 20?
Yeah, I got a natural 20 for the bad guy.
Oh, I feel like it's been so long since I've been in initiative.
I know. I'm like, I only get a +1 for initiative. What the hell is this?
It?
Yeah.
I only got +2.
I got 3.
Nice. You're
Fogrim, how'd you do?
8.
Oscar, how'd you do?
11.
Tessie, how'd you do?
18.
Eldeth.
14.
Somebody roll for Melusine?
I can roll. 10. It's not like we could beat a natural 20 anyways.
You
Just
can.
initiative.
You can. You can beat a natural 20.
Bad guys can go first.
I know.
Yeah.
But just one bad guy.
Tessicar, you're hauled up by this tendril out of the river, soaking wet again, of course, and hauled directly to this stalagmite, which at this point, it does not look like a stalagmite any longer.
Oh, what?
It has
Shit.
horrible gaping maw of sharp teeth and a single eye which opens balefully upon you. It hauls you in immediately and bites you for 22 points of damage.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I rolled the attack and I rolled a natural 20. So it actually bites you, and I'll roll the dice for this
I
one.
think you're dead.
I only have 30 hit points, man.
Yeah.
31.
Well, it's 8d8 plus 4, so I'm just going to roll that.
8d8? What the shit?
It's only 88.
It could do a max
Plus
of
4.
it could do a max of 68 damage to you.
You'll be fine.
There's a reason he said he had a
Can we
character
just
sheet
run away?
ready.
Can you just like free us and we'll just run? I'm done.
It's been fun playing
It
with
does
you guys.
33 points
You're
of
dead.
damage.
I'm dead.
You're at 0.
I'm at -2.
It's still at 0. I would have to do, what's your total number of hit points?
31.
I would have to do 62 points of damage
To
to
like
you
fully.
to kill you. You're just dying.
Because you kicked
No
a
big
fish.
deal.
You're not, well, the thing is, it's true. It's not a big deal because you're not dead. You're just dying.
Tell that to somebody who's dying.
Exactly.
Tell them it's not a big deal.
Bet you regret that decision.
And here I thought that green potion was a healing potion, and then you tell me it has spiders in it. What the
To be fair, we're in the same position.
I know.
So another tendril lashes out to try to get Oscar. It still has advantage because you're still surprised. Ooh, I only rolled 2 9s.
How many moves does it get?
As many as he wants.
I guess. Like, I know it has many arms, but geez.
Does a 16 hit?
Barely, yep.
Then yes, you are wrapped by a tendril and you are grappled and you are restrained. So the three of you that are grappled and restrained, I will note that until your grapple ends, you have disadvantage on any strength check you wish to make and your strength saving throws. And there we are. That's where you're at. And I think the roper will attempt to, because that is what it is called, a roper will attempt to throw another tendril around Eldeth.
Oh, come on.
Yes, hitting as well, getting you wrapped with 2. Now, that doesn't change anything, double disadvantage. You'll just have to break both of these tendrils in order to succeed in getting away.
Am I unconscious or can I actually still do something?
You may say one last thing that are just words, no spells or anything else. You are unconscious and you were surprised. So what would you like to say as you cough up water and are knocked out by the bite?
Shubsy!
I like that. You may have a gem.
Oh, I should have used a reaction.
Oh, I have a gem. Can I change this shit?
What would you like to change?
Getting that much damage so I can still cast a spell? Man.
So you would like to have just taken the normal amount of damage and not been critically injured?
Yes.
I would take 2 white gems from you. 2 or 3.
Whoa.
Trying to think about whether or not it's worth 2 or 3. 2 white gems for you to interrupt the story and not be catastrophically. So now you've only taken 22 damage.
Okay. That means I got 9 hit points left, guys.
How do you interrupt the story?
Whoa. That's not what happened.
Is that the same voice as you did before?
I have no idea. Hey, what if I'm a new person? Who knows?
So it should always be the same person because it's the same people listening to the story. It's not that long a story.
It's a long story. We've been here for a while.
That's good. Sorry.
Okay. Well, whoa, that's not exactly what happened. When that roper thing grabbed Tessicar's shoe fell off and hit it square in the eye and it winced, so it didn't get a good attack in.
Perhaps you are correct, for I do recall a conversation betwixt Tessicar and the creature, which is not a normal creature at that time. So you are right. Perhaps it is in fact the case that Tessicar was not rendered untowards death at that juncture, but it happens so many times that I felt that perhaps this was the point at which Tessicar's life was forever forfeit. As I recall, that does happen in this dungeon, doesn't it? Having heard the story before?
Well, I mean, Tessicar is like the best character there is, first of all.
Oh, perhaps you knew a different story than I. Nonetheless, you are right. I will continue. At which point, the creature hauls Oscar into the river.
Hurrah.
Bloosh. That is all.
Bloosh.
That was the roper's turn. It is now Tessicar's turn.
Eldrick blasts that mofo right in the eyeball.
Your color, sure. Yeah, okay. You have disadvantage on that strike.
Oh, if I want to aim it?
Exactly. If you would like to hit it in the eye, you would have to do so with disadvantage. If you would just because you are also tied up and captured by a tendril, and you still want to shoot it in the eye, I love the color. But make it more about you and less about what you do. But before you cast that, because you're so close being inside the creature,
yeah,
you can hear the roper talking.
That's creepy.
I don't know what Tessicar's level of nature understanding is.
Well, why do you ask?
Because everyone at the table, if you're a long-standing player and have fought a roper before, I don't know if you have or haven't, but a roper doesn't normally speak. Roper actually can't speak. It does understand language, but it has no ability to communicate. So if you were able to speak to it via text message, let's say, or via a cellular device that you're looking at right now, then you would be able to understand just emergencies. Then you'd be able to understand a roper, and it would be able to understand you. But that is not normally the case. Normally these are just ancient evil creatures, and they do not talk. But this one is not normal. This one speaks, and it says through granite teeth with a maw that is full of gems and gold and silver that you can see because you're like half inside it as it's already bitten down on you once. The guttural voice of this roper says, kill me if you can. I can't stand it since it transformed me for what I did and who I was. Kill me.
Well, that's not dark at all.
See if their name starts with an N.
Now you may make your Eldritch Blast if you would like to do so. To the eye!
Well, now I'm just going to try and kill it. Yeah, Eldritch Blast. I'm going to use the Agonizing Eldritch Blast, which is the charisma-based one. And then
That's always the case.
I know. It's just I forget. It's for me.
It feels like you're just delaying so you don't have to describe what you're doing.
Yeah, because I don't know what I'm doing. Tessakar... What is exactly looped in? Is it my arms or everything, or am I like...
The lower half of you is caught up in the mouth of this thing as it's about to bite down on you again.
Okay. Tessakar takes his Eldritch hand and starts to make this circle formation above his head while chanting in this old dwarven language, that dialect that is not known to the other dwarves. Hey. Just cause
it's his own personal private connection language with El Shubat Nugarif.
Yeah, it's our Shubsy language here. And then he brings down his hand and hits the creature on the face with it, and then the crackling bolt of energy goes from the fingertips, and it just kind of seeps over the creature.
Sure. Or attempts to. What do you say? That is a first. Not what you said before. So roll your attack.
Hope you remember that for next time.
Yeah.
Shh, guys. 19.
That is not enough.
What?
Your hand doesn't reach the stony flesh of the creature, or the rocky exterior of it just washes over as you are held within the confines of the stalagmite roper. Next up is Eldeth, followed by Melusine. And when we get to you, Melusine, I'll tell you what the heck's going on.
Cool. Did any of us hear what this creature said?
What's your passive perception? If your passive perception is 13 or higher, then yes.
12.
No.
Am I able to sense anything about this creature?
It is an evil monster that is eating your brother.
I was trying to figure out if there was a way to save this thing. Okay, well, because he's eating my brother, this is kind of Eldeth's where she draws the line and will actually use violence over.
Only I'm
course.
allowed to eat my brother.
Yeah, so she's going to use Divine Smite.
Okay.
Is this a fiend?
No.
Damn. Is it undead?
No.
I'm reading my stuff.
Very good.
So I'll use my Divine Smite with my Great Club.
Sure, yeah, you're wrapped up in this tendril, and you're still quite a ways away from this monstrosity, like 10 feet. So
I think
move
I'm just
forward.
trying to break my tendrils
So you
off
try
of
to
me.
smash the tendrils apart? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can try to rip a tendril free. So make a disadvantage strength check to break a tendril.
No, 9.
That is not enough.
The other one was a natural 20.
I know if you'd spent a gem or something, then you totally
I don't
could have.
have any of my gems. I know I have some. I just don't know which ones.
Did you make good use of your dice at home between games?
No. They're sleeping.
All right. No, you don't break either of the tendrils that are connected and attached to you, and you do not use a divine smite since you did not hit.
Right.
So you don't have to make use of it. That doesn't get expended unless you actually hit.
Okay.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own.
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated Dungeons & Dragons 5e game set in the Tales of the Yawning Portal adventure module by Wizards of the Coast. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure.